In the winter of 1923, a British physician named Dr. Ellen Masterman, working a rural clinic in the hills north of Jerusalem, made an entry in her field log that would sit forgotten in a London archive for nearly a century. She described a village of roughly 400 souls. No diabetes, no recorded heart failure, no cancer in living memory. The elders were in their 90s, walking the terraces, pressing olives, grinding grain by hand. She wrote one line and underlined it twice. They drink what their grandfathers drank. That line is the case. Because what those grandfathers drank did not come from a pharmacy. It came from the same hillsides walked by the prophets. It came from recipes preserved in scripture, in the Mishnah, in the daily rhythm of households that never stopped keeping them. And what sits in your medicine cabinet right now, the statins, the antacids, the blood thinners, the anti-inflammatories, is trying, poorly, to imitate what a clay cup of the right liquid delivered in a single swallow 3,000 years ago. There are 10 of these drinks. Scripture names them. Archaeology confirms them. And by the end of this investigation, you will know exactly how to prepare them from ingredients sitting on the shelves of an ordinary American grocery store. The center of the mystery is a pattern. Across the biblical world, from the hill country of Judea to the shores of Galilee to the monastery kitchens of the Egyptian desert, communities drank specific prepared liquids, not as refreshment, but as medicine disguised as hospitality. Proverbs 17 verse 22 says, "A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones." The Hebrew word for medicine in that verse is gahah, a liquid remedy, a drink. Modern nutritional science has begun, quietly, to catch up. Researchers studying Mediterranean longevity clusters have documented inflammation markers in elderly villagers that match those of American 30-year-olds. The evidence has been sitting in plain sight. It has simply never been assembled. Let us assemble it. The first drink is hyssop water. Psalm 51 verse 7, "Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean." Hyssop is not a metaphor. It is Oreganum syriacum, the wild oregano of the Levant, steeped in hot water for 7 minutes. Archaeological work at Masada recovered hyssop residue in drinking vessels. The compound carvacrol, which modern laboratories isolate at great expense, is present in the steeped leaf at concentrations that suppress respiratory infection, clear sinus inflammation, and, according to multiple peer-reviewed studies, inhibit the growth of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. 1 cup, steeped from dried oregano, delivers what a pharmacy sells in capsules for $40 a bottle. The second drink is pomegranate and raw honey infusion. Song of Solomon 8 verse 2. "I would cause thee to drink of spiced wine of the juice of my pomegranate." The Mishnaic record describes this drink prepared for the sick and the weak. Pomegranate juice, pressed fresh, contains punicalagins, compounds that researchers have documented to reduce artery plaque in measurable volumes within weeks. Stirred with a tablespoon of raw, unfiltered honey, the drink delivers polyphenols at a density that no commercial supplement matches. The third drink is fig leaf tea, rarely preached, rarely noticed. But 2 Kings 20 verse 7 records Isaiah calling for a lump of figs to heal Hezekiah's boil, and the Talmudic tradition, preserved in Tractate Shabbat, describes fig leaf preparations for blood sugar regulation. Modern research confirms it. The leaf, steeped as tea, contains compounds that lower fasting glucose in documented clinical trials. Diabetics in the biblical world did not exist at modern rates. Fig trees grew in every courtyard. The fourth piece of evidence comes from the dig at Tel Rehav in the Jordan Valley, where archaeologists uncovered an industrial-scale apiary dating to the time of the kings of Israel. Honey was not a luxury, it was medicine. Proverbs 24 verse 13, "Eat thou honey, because it is good." The fourth drink is warm water, with raw honey and apple cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons of each in 8 ounces of warm water, taken on an empty stomach. The combination stabilizes blood sugar, supports the gut lining, and delivers enzymes that commercial probiotics spend billions trying to replicate. The 5th drink is barley water. Ruth gleaned barley. Ezekiel ate barley bread. The Greek physician Hippocrates, writing of practices he learned from Near Eastern sources, called barley water the drink that restores. Boiled whole barley, strained, served warm with a touch of lemon. It coats the stomach lining. It soothes ulcerated tissue. It lowers cholesterol through beta-glucan fibers that pharmaceutical companies now isolate and sell back to you at a markup. The 6th drink is olive leaf decoction, not the oil. The leaf. Ezekiel 47 verse 12. The fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine. That verse is not poetic flourish. It is a pharmacopoeia. Olive leaves steeped in hot water release oleuropein, a compound that researchers have documented to lower blood pressure, reduce viral load, and support immune function at levels that rival prescription medication. Now, why has this knowledge been buried? The answer is not mystical. It is documented. Between the late 19th century and the mid-20th, the pharmaceutical industry in the United States underwent what historians of medicine call the Flexner consolidation. Herbal pharmacies, which had operated for centuries, were systematically delicensed. Medical schools that taught botanical medicine lost their accreditation. By 1930, the physician trained in plant remedies was legally and professionally extinct in America. The knowledge did not die. It was displaced. It survived in monastery gardens, in Greek island households, in the villages of the Judean hills where Dr. Masterman took her notes. The 7th drink is carob pod tea. John the Baptist, in the wilderness, is traditionally understood to have eaten the carob, the locust of Matthew 3 verse 4, in one scholarly reading. The roasted pod, simmered in water, produces a dark sweet liquid that stabilizes digestion, relieves chronic diarrhea, and delivers calcium at levels comparable to milk. The 8th drink is cumin and coriander seed water. Isaiah 28 verse 25 names both seeds specifically. 1 teaspoon of each, simmered in 2 cups of water for 10 minutes, strained and drunk warm. The compounds reduce bloating, support liver detoxification, and according to ethnobotanical studies of Levantine households, were given to every member of the family after heavy meals. The 9th drink is mint and lemon balm infusion. The Mishnah lists mint among the bitter herbs of the Passover table. Fresh mint leaves, crushed, steeped with lemon balm, sweetened lightly with honey. It calms the nervous system, lowers cortisol, and assists sleep at a depth that over-the-counter remedies cannot reach. Now, the 10th drink. The one I have been holding back. In the Cairo Genisa, the vast trove of medieval Jewish documents recovered from the Ben Ezra Synagogue in Old Cairo, scholars have cataloged medical fragments written by physicians trained in the tradition of Maimonides. Among those fragments is a formula that appears repeatedly, a drink given to the gravely ill, to the elderly, to women after childbirth, to anyone the physician wanted to restore. The formula is simple. Warm water, crushed garlic, 1 clove, fresh ginger, a thumb-size piece, raw honey, 1 tablespoon, juice of half a lemon, steep together for 10 minutes, drunk once a day. That combination, which modern laboratories have now studied in isolation, addresses inflammation, infection, circulation, and immune function simultaneously. It is the drink referenced indirectly in Isaiah 38 verse 21, when the prophet orders a preparation laid on Hezekiah and the king recovers. It is the drink preserved in the Geniza fragments. It is the drink the grandfathers of Dr. Masterman's village drank every morning before they walked out to press their olives at the age of 94. 10 drinks, 1 pattern. A case that has been sitting in plain sight for 3,000 years, buried under 100 years of industrial forgetting. The drink that heals was never locked behind a pharmacy counter. It was poured from a clay cup in a hillside home, blessed, swallowed, and lived on. To recover, it is not to discover something new. It is to remember something yours. Which of these 10 will you prepare first this week? The hyssop, the olive leaf, or the Geniza formula? Tell me in the comments, and tell me why. Subscribe and stay with this investigation. The archive is deep. Next, we open a sealed jar from a cave near the Dead Sea, and what it contained rewrites everything we thought we knew about the bread of the prophets.